Today I got a Nintendo Switch OLED in for repair. The customer mentioned it has sound but no display. They just want me to check it first and see what's going on. So let's take a look. First, let's plug it in and check the charging current to see if the console is drawing power. We can see the voltage goes up to around 15 volts, which is normal. The power draw is about 13 watts, and that's also normal when we're not using a dock or connecting it to a TV. From this, we can tell that the charging is working normally. And since the customer mentioned the console has sound but no display, we can also assume the system is booting up properly. Let's test the controller. The click sounds are clear and responsive, so we can confirm the console is definitely powered on. Alright, let's hook it up to an external screen and check if it shows anything through HD. Nice, no issues here. We can see the external monitor showing a clear and sharp image. Smart viewers probably already know what the problem is. Yeah, looks like this expensive old screen is done. Since the customer asked for a full inspection, we're going to open the console and take a look. Before taking it apart, we always check the outside of the unit first, making sure nothing looks damaged, and checking whether any screws have been removed or are missing. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a mix of bad vibes and excitement. The bad part is the mid-frame is cracked and a couple of screws are missing. Clearly someone worked on this before. The exciting part is maybe the customer already had another shop check it and they said the LCD was good but the motherboard couldn't be repaired. If so, we might make a bit more today. Maybe enough for a coffee? It really hurts to see a console that's been handled like this. Let's open it up and see if there are any surprises inside. At this point, we'll reseat the LCD connector and the battery connector, hoping for a little miracle. I'm pretty optimistic by nature, so I always believe there's a chance something good might happen. Clearly, the problem is still the same. Nothing has changed. That's why I always say, believing in miracles is a nice mindset, but they don't always happen. Well, what else can we do? Let's keep our heads down and continue the teardown. After checking everything, we didn't find any burn marks on the motherboard, and the readings around the LCD connector look normal as well. So let's test it with a screen from another console and see what happens. Let's plug in the rear connector and power it on again. We should see the result in just a moment. Huh? No way. Still no display. Oops! There it is. The display finally came on. It must not have woken up earlier. So, how do we sum this up? At this point, it's pretty clear the fault is caused by a bad screen. And here comes the real problem. This screen is extremely expensive. The market price is over $100. That's all for today's video. Hope you found it helpful. Every small detail makes a big difference in repair work. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech repair tutorials.